Hey guys, what's up? It's Altidrin, and I kind of wanted to do kind of commentary. Some of you, well, most of you guys know that I'm really proud of being Canadian and French at the same time. And actually, Brandon Big Bean HD, aka Big Bean HD, inspired me to do this commentary because about three nights ago, he asked me a question that a lot of people kind of ask me, and they were surprised each time I answer. So the question was, do you speak English in real life? And the answer to that is no. I never speak English out of Xbox. I only do my commentaries in English, and I only speak on Xbox Live in English. Other than that, in real life, I never talk English. Not even to my friends, to my parents, not even at the stores. I always speak French, so I never speak English, and that's maybe a reason why my English is not really becoming where I want it to be. I really want to be bilingual, perfectly bilingual. That's maybe one of the reasons. So some of you guys might be surprised. So that's probably the reason why I stutter so much. And yeah, so I don't speak English at the other than Xbox and commentaries. So I decided to do a commentary about like myths about French language and French Canadian. And thank you to Big B who inspired me. So I have a list of kind of topics I want to talk about. Oh, why am I talking so quickly? I'm like having problems with my breath. So yeah, in class, I decided to write down a couple of subjects. I wanted to talk about a couple of aspects I wanted to mention and to explain. So, I answered to, do I speak English other than Xbox? No. After that, movies. I mean, music. Music. So basically, you gotta know before everything that we are extremely small. We are an extremely small community, French community in this English world. In North America, I believe we are 2% French and 98% English. So yeah, we're 2% French, surrounded by 330 million English people. So we kind of have to, I don't know, grow by our own and kind of support ourselves. So music-wise, you cannot really be, well, of course there's famous French singers here, I mean Quebec singers, but you cannot really be famous here for doing music. Of course, like, you're famous, but you won't do a lot of money. Like, artists and actors here really don't do a lot of money, because kind of there's not a lot of people watching them, since we're only, I think, 6 million people, 6 million French people. So if you want to have success and you're a French singer, you either have to convert to English like Simple Plan did, Celine Dion, Arcade Fire, and or either you got to go to France, and France is pretty big. They support a lot culture over there, like music and everything. So you got to go do shows over there and convince people to buy your album. So music-wise, it's not really a good status right now. I like buying French music once in a while, but it's not like, there's not really like electro music. It's mostly like with an acoustic guitar and just singing a bit of rock. And usually people who speak English, I live in the English community of Quebec, of French Canada, and people like some people who are perfectly bilingual just hate French people. I mean, hate French music the way it is. After that, movies. Movies again, once again, since we are so small, we don't have a lot of money to do movies and everything. Since there isn't a lot of viewers, and there isn't a lot of money gave by the government. So basically they have to, like, it takes a lot of time to do a movie here, because since they only have like one chance in a lifetime to do a movie, since they don't really receive a lot of money to do them, they really think a lot about it, how everything is going to be. And I find that kind of sometimes, even if they are more dramatic, even if Quebec movies are more dramatic, they're a bit better because they are more well thought and everything. Like the producer and director really thought about everything in the movie, not like an American comedy like Superbad or whatever. Those are just movies to get money. It's not really like a movie that means something, if you guys know what I mean. So most of us watch American movies because we are very Americanized. We kind of share a lot of your culture, either in music. We like our top 20 in iTunes or top 100 in iTunes. I would say 90% of it is American. Same as the movies, like all the new movies that come out, we all have the same blockbuster and etc. And yeah, that's pretty much it for movies. Big cities. What's the difference between a major United States city and a major Canada city? To be honest, like if you could compare the biggest city in Canada, which is Toronto, and the biggest city in the United States, of course there's a lot of different things because of the culture, but I would say like we have kind of the same downtown. Like we have skyscrapers, we have tourist attractions. It's not like a European city where it's like that them over there, and in Asia it's so much different. But our cities pretty much look alike, to be honest. Like huge buildings, a lot of like offices and everything, so it pretty much looks like. Other question: how do French survive? And actually we don't really survive. It's really hard to survive in a world like when we live around English people. Like as I said, we're surrounded by 330 million English people, and like we gotta create our name and just be proud of what we have, like our language, because our language is kind of disappearing a bit at a time, and that's because of many reasons like Americanization and many other reasons. So some laws have been created, like the 101 law, which is kind of a law that obligates every people who does business that owns a shop to put his sign in French and in English, and all of his instructions in French and in English. So like when you go at Walmart, all the things are in French and English. Like the instructions, like when you go to IKEA, half French, half English. Most of the time it's French and it's written smaller in English. And we kind of have a lot of resources, to be honest. There's kind of like gas or petrol. Wait, how do you call it? Yeah, gas that is like underground. Like I don't know how to call it in English, but we have some like hidden in the north. We also have water. Some of you guys might laugh about water, but the world is gonna run out of water, and we have a lot of like water to drink. I don't know what it's called in English. Also, we have aluminum. Alken, or yeah, Alken is one of the biggest aluminum companies in the world, and we own it. Also, paper. We have a lot of wood, so we produce a lot of paper. How many are we? Well, we are 6.5 million. Is there any famous and rich people in French Canadians? Of course. Celine Dion is now a worldwide known singer. She does many shows in Vegas. She did the song for the Titanic. We also have, I don't know if you guys know this circus called Cirque du Soleil, or maybe in English it's like Circus of the Sun. Well, it's owned by a guy called Guy Laliberté. He's super rich. He's so rich that he did a trip to the space. To the space. He had to train and everything, and I think it costed like, I don't remember how much, but so many millions of dollars going there, and just he spent a lot of money, and it's his choice. And there's a lot of other like not well known kind of rich people. I won't name any names, but yeah. TV shows. So basically, we have our TV shows. We have our TV channels and everything, and we create our own shows. It's a bit less like again, it's a bit like less. There's a lot less money going into it, so it's maybe like a bit less quality. And as I said, it's a lot of dramatic stuff, and there's not really like any action series or suspense. It's very rare. The thing that we do weirdly is that at this time of the year, since the snow is all melting, and to be honest, we love when snow comes, but we hate like we hate the period between winter and summer. What I mean by that is when like all the snow is melting, we really hate it, even if we love snow. First of all, the snow is dirty as hell. It's like all brown. All the garbage is like people who threw garbage on the street like all the winter while we're seeing it right now. And to be honest, most of the people, like right now, even if like it's really hot outside, it's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Celsius. There's still snow on the grass, and the snow is really ugly. It's like brown because of all the pollution. So we simply shovel the snow off of our lawns, off of our grass, and just throw it in the street. So it might seem weird to some of you guys, but that's how it melts. That's how we make it melt quickly. That's how we do the transitions between seasons so quickly. After that, since we are the oldest, like Europeans when they came here, you probably learned this in a history class, but Europeans when they came here, they arrived here first by the St. Lawrence River. So we have very old cities. Quebec is now 402 years old. It's the oldest city in North America. So we have a lot of old traditions and stuff, and a lot of old buildings, which is a great thing, I believe. Such as also the Sugar Shack is one of our traditions. And finally, two people asked me on Twitter. I also ask people to ask me questions on Twitter. What do we eat? What's special to us? First of all, there's poutine. I did a commentary about it. Like in October, it's basically fries and a kind of brown barbecue sauce with cheese on it, and it's a kind of junk food. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And what do we else eat? Maple syrup, of course. We all have kind of small traditional stuff. Also, another great question, the last question that I got asked. Oh my god, I'm having a problem breathing. Last question that I got asked on Twitter is, why should we learn French? Like, why should I learn French? First of all, I believe that French is a great language. It's a bit harder than English to learn, but it's an important language because a lot of countries speak it. It's more than you think, actually. So you have Quebec, you have I don't know how many millions of people are in France, but France, a major part of Africa also speaks French. There's a lot of other small countries that speak French, so I think French is a great language, and there's a lot of culture behind the French language, since France is like one of the first, like, well, it was one of the solid countries in the last couple of hundred of years, so it has a lot of culture, of very interesting culture. So I believe that those are the three reasons that you should learn French. So that was it, guys. That was my commentary about French myths and myths about French Canadians. If you have any other questions, just ask me on Twitter or below this video. If you have, like, I don't know, a stereotype of French Canadian, what we do or whatever. So thanks, guys, for watching. I know I was stuttering a lot, and I know none of you guys stayed until the end, but what up, guys? Peace out, guys.
Counter spy plane up. They're blind.
Yo, let's end it. There's 55 seconds left.
Headquarters secured.
Oh, come on!